The weakening ringgit brings some good and bad fortunes to the local economy. Typically, for local startup outfits, they find it difficult to penetrate to overseas markets due to the country's weak currency. But hyperlocal logistics company Neonrunner has a brilliant game plan in store. It is planning to raise $3 million in its second round of funding to grow its business further. The founders, M. Kanashan and Arvind Pakmaraja, initially raised funds in ringgit, but received disappointing returns due to the fluctuating ringgit. In its initial round of funding, Neonrunner managed to raise more than $500,000, and a huge chunk was used to set up the company.
I think in terms of fundraising, we initially, for our pre-seed funding, we raised in ringgit terms. So what we found was that a lot of our overseas investors, in terms of the translation cost, when we brought the money back into Malaysia, there was a little bit of how do you say, timing difference when we converted the money from foreign currencies back into ringgit. So it was a sort of a operational difficulty in terms of that. It wasn't really a problem with the ringgit. It actually has worked out quite well for us because our current fundraising and future fundraising will be in US dollars. So for us, serving the Malaysian market, we actually make more ringgits in that sense.
Neonrunner connects customers to a fleet of motorcycle couriers to help deliver, pick up goods and perform tasks and errands all within the same day without having the customers move a muscle. It runs its business entirely via the WhatsApp app and its website. What seems to be the oddest request that you guys have received?
Oddest would be someone on my side, someone that wanted us to transport a kitten from a pet hotel back to them. We did not do it. I think when you offer a service, a logistics service that says we can deliver stuff for you from point A to point B, I think when you go to the consumer market, the requirements are going to be infinite. Right? We have no idea of what consumers will want to transfer or transport. All we can do is that we, in terms of anything that's illegal, we will obviously not transport it, and things that just do not make sense to transport on the back of a motorcycle in a carrier box.
So your core business is the B2B segment.
Yes.
So why are you trying to penetrate to that market, and do you see a demand in the B2C segment?
Of course, there's been a lot of interest in the B2C segment, right? But we see the B2B segment as having an underserved need in same-day logistics fulfillment, right? E-commerce merchants want to offer their customers same-day delivery for the products that they sell. But in order for us, or a provider like us, to be able to power these B2B businesses, right? You need a high level of reliability, a very high service level, so to speak. Which is why we made the conscious decision to own our own fleet, as opposed to having a crowdsourced fleet.
Consumers want their stuff now. You buy something today, you want it within the next few hours. Okay, so historically B2B guys were reliant on suppliers to fulfill their need. What we are doing, because we're young and nimble, we're able to offer like extended hours. So now able to reach customers at night, 9-10 p.m. and make that delivery. We're able to reach them on weekends, public holidays. So all this like customer needs is translating to businesses addressing those needs, and we're trying to fulfill that.
This kind of services are kind of saturated because we have like other companies, like startup companies like GoGet, Helper and Bimala. So how do you guys overcome that?
But even in the B2C segment, we have two ways of addressing that market, of serving that market. One is directly through our own website, www.neonrunner.com. The second way we do it is as a proxy, whereby we power all the other digital concierges in town right now. We launched our website in early September. However, we find that we are also in a position to power a lot of the digital concierges and other B2C businesses, like Bimalas is a customer of ours, for example.
When you guys first started this business, what is the main challenge or biggest hurdle?
I think anyone looking at the business, right, the first big hurdle that everyone questioned was, can two guys, urban guys from Bangsa and Mount Kiara run a fleet of motorcycle runners? So hiring and recruiting, that was the biggest challenge. I dare say, because we paid so much emphasis on that problem, that's become our biggest strength. Okay, so we've developed a playbook on how to hire, how to train, what does a runner need to know, what do you need to equip with a runner, and that's kind of gotten us to where we are. So we've got a 200 strong fleet that's really loyal to us. We have a very low churn rate among the fleet, and they're our biggest advocates. So they're recruiting their family, they're recruiting their friends from where they stay. So recruitment now has gotten so much easier.
And where do you see Neonrunner in the next 2 to 5 years?
Everywhere. Yeah, that's our plan. But of course, we will grow, and we want to expand to major urban cities in Southeast Asia and then beyond that to Asia. So it's a slow process. We're not, we want to get it right. That's the most important thing. We one city at a time and that will power our growth.
The company will roll out its mobile app on iOS and Android platforms in the first quarter of next year. Shahirah Hamid, The HTV.